Hello, this is the price action for yesterday, the EURUSD 3-minute chart. We had a range day. Let's go up to the 15-minute chart to see how this formed. So last week, at the end of the week, on Friday in the US session, we had this overshoot here. And so from this micro channel line. So there's a range that formed in there from that breakout area or the overshoot area down to the lows. And that's been in play pretty much the whole day. So before the night starts, you're sort of looking at this and you're just trying to draw in your channels or wedge lines and just looking for price to follow the rules. And at the start of the night, just before the London session, we do have this double top up here, but we have an overshoot of this red micro channel, and it creates this little pocket here that's in the purple range. So every time you get like a micro overshoot, channel overshoot, you're going to get some sort of pullback or some sort of little range generally. And a little range on the 15-minute chart is a lot of bars on my 3-minute chart. Like every bar is 5 bars. So you can get trapped in here for 15 and 30 plus bars easily. And that's what happens. And then we sort of hit the bottom of this range, and we fail to go down twice, really, once, twice, and it just sort of breaks out there, and we spike out of there, sort of push out of there strongly, and then we overshoot this other micro channel line that's formed here. And then we overshoot that and we create another little pocket of range. So we're stuck in there for another 30 or so parts. And then you sort of just break out of there and we head down. That was our night. So let's go up to go down to the 3-minute chart and look at the trades. It's a tougher night, but if you can read the price action and you can see the little overshoots and see the pockets forming, and you see the overshoot there, you draw your little range in there, you should be okay. So we get this second entry short at the EMA. You can't go short at the first few bars. So there's bar 1. You cannot go short there all long. It's taking up the whole space of this range that we're in. We've had the overshoot of this micro channel. We're expecting this to be in a range. You have to wait till you get back to the highs. We're at the EMA. That is a second entry short. It doesn't look that pretty, but that is a second entry short. You can take that trade. I took that trade. You're taking it for a scalp, so that means 1 bar. So the average true range, just have your ATR out and check the average true range and take for 1 bar, and then we head on down, and then we reject on the open price. And when I say the open price, I always put the open price in of the actual day. So this is the start of the day on Monday, and I just add the open price in there. It's a very useful line for the trading day. Anyway, so then we start channeling up here. And this channel, we're looking for 3 presses. So you can see how this is a different pattern. So this is like a second entry short, whereas this is like channeling up. So there are different styles of pullbacks. I'll go into a lot of different styles of pullbacks and the mechanic behind them. But anyway, we've got 3 here, 3 pushes there. And this one is like an undershoot failure. We're always looking for those 3 pushes on these when they pull back. It is at the EMA. It is at the top of the trading range. Yeah, that's not a bad short trade. Again, you're just taking one bar scalp. And then if you were watching this last night, this bar was incredibly bearish for like 2.5 minutes. This is a 3-minute chart. It was just bearish, and it would have trapped a lot of people trying to go short there, thinking maybe we get a move down of this, but we're at the bottom of a trading range. It's probably going to fail, and it does fail. So you can go long there for a scalp. We're only on the second press, first press, second press. So the third press is where you're expecting the real momentum to happen and the big breakout to happen in channels. Not on the second press, but you can still head back up to the other side of the channel there. But I'll just be taking that probably for a scalp. And then we break out of the trading range here, and we do start to sort of, you don't really know, are we going to sort of channel up there, or is it going to fail? And it sort of fails. It tries to go up once, it tries to go up again, and it does fail there. It's not that of a convincing failure, and it then regains its strength. So it's sort of like it's tried to go up once, the market said no, and then it's tried to go up again. And once it does, it is able to succeed to go up again. That is quite a bullish move there. So you probably are going to head up to the top of the channel, at least this orange range here, range channel. So you can enter there. See how it's tried to go down, and it couldn't go down twice, and it's holding on the EMA. So maybe we do trend up a little bit here, because the EMA only becomes support or resistance when things start to trend a little bit. Otherwise, it just means nothing. Like you can just weave in and out of it. But once it starts holding or rejecting, you could get a little bit of a trend happening. Anyway, we shoot on out of there. We're not expecting much. Once you get to this second leg area, you're definitely looking to exit anyway. If you hold for one bar, you're probably exiting before then anyway, maybe about here. But if you're holding any longer than here, yeah, you're playing with fire, because you've had two legs up in what is probably a second leg trap, and you're inside a trading range. So every two legs, you should be getting worried, oh, I better get out and take my profit. Anyway, we start channeling up again here. So we sort of break on out of there, sort of fails, and then we start channeling up again here. And that creates this other range. So you're sort of going, oh, we're broken out here. Keep pulling the range up to the highs. And you can get confirmation from your 15-minute. So just pull up to the highs. Maybe the highs are more like that. And that's your range area. And you're just expecting that to be in range from that overshoot area to the high, first high there, really, when it pulls back again. So that's the high. So we start we look like we may break out here. This will trap a lot of traders. So these patterns can fail. So whenever you get like a channel up and an overshoot, of course an overshoot can fail, and it can just continue going up in a strong trend, and that shows a lot of strength. But you know, it's I think our book says it's 75% of the time these will work and they'll fail, and 25% of the time they won't, and they'll keep going up. So anyway, this looks like it may succeed at this point. Like, you know, it holds above this channel line here for one bar. It then presses up again, and then it goes down a little bit, but this bar becomes quite bullish in there. So a lot of traders eager to get in will go for it. And then when they see this bar, they'll exit. So then it forces the market down, and then they get this bar and they may enter again, thinking, oh, we're still going to head up. It's holding. We're going to push out of this thing. But no, that fails, and we do get like our weird two legs back there. So that would have trapped a lot of people there, and just causes the market to go down. We then get a bar closing below the EMA, and we have trended up for a little bit, even though it's not that strong of a trend that we're in a trading range, but we have pushed up a little bit. The EMA is a bit up. So it sort of does hold there. So that may be a long entry after it holds and it doesn't fail out there. This move is played out. Yeah, but I didn't mark it. Anyway, so you'd only take that to the highs. We end up here, and we then sort of double top, and we get this second entry up here. So we're looking for that second entry at the top of this range. So it looks like it's failed to break out of here, basically. So it's giving it a few attempts to go back down, and that to me shows weakness, and that is not a bad trade to take and hold and expect the third press along this channel line. But you're not taking a sort of a scalp there. You'd be sort of looking to have a much wider stop on this trade to go short on. And then we overshoot here, so we create this little orange range, and then we get sort of this failure here. So it sort of channels up, and it just fails there, and you're inside the orange range now, and it's failing, and it's giving lower highs, lower high, lower high. So you just go short there for a scalp down to your lows. So you just have your channel on there, or you just take one bar. And then we head into bar 100, and that was it. That was the trades.